At the beginning of the Middle Ages, the diffusion of Christian religion in Europe made as an effect the confusion between the idea of crime and the idea of sin. Every wrong committed by Christian could be classified as a sin or end as a crime. So this confusion made also a confusion between two different concepts, which are penitence, which is what you deserve if you have committed a sin, and punishment, which is what you deserve if you have committed a crime. But this also allowed a particular development of the idea of connecting what you have done with a kind of punishment you have to get when you've done something. A second factor who influenced the construction of crime in Europe was a particular procedure which was introduced by the Roman Empire for every offense to the imperial majesty. This particular procedure punished very harshly every attempt to the emperor, and started to consider every attempt to the peace of the society as an attempt to the emperor. And this is a very important precedent for introducing a basic concept. That is that for a crime, you don't need an accusation from the offended part. The offended person don't need to accuse the one who is accused to have committed a crime, because the public power will prosecute the person who has committed a crime without any personal, private accusation. This changes everything. So this starts to separate a civil law procedure from criminal law procedure.
Exactly. We observe similar changes as well in common law. Before the end of the 12th century, a lot of offenses that we consider crimes were treated as disputes between individuals. These offenses were amendable through the payment of a compensation to the victim or the king without involving the ruler. Nevertheless, there may well have been developments towards notions like crime, because some offenses they were considered too serious and were not compensatable and would result in the punishment of offenders. The nature of prosecution changed in the 12th century. The Anglo-Norman royal power was keen to end all the felonies considered to disrupt the king's peace, as they were seen as offenses against the community. The turning point was in 1166 with the Assize of Clarendon, with the jury, which had the duty to present, that is to say to accuse, all the suspected criminals on the basis of suspicion.
Mm-hmm. And also the punishment had this kind of public nature. So punishment is death, which is displayed on stage. Punishment is shame inflicted to the person who is condemned. Punishment is outlawry, so expel the person from the community.
Yes, but still, throughout the 12th and the 13th centuries, individual accusation, called appeal, remain a prevalent way of starting criminal cases. Mm-hmm. And then, as you said, community got involved in punishment in a certain extent through the institution of jury. Indeed, suspected criminals were gradually tried by a jury which came to deliver a verdict on the issue of innocence or guilt.